All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. It is after 4 o'clock. We're here. I am glowing pretty bright today. I'm gonna turn you off. There, we look. That's better. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday afternoon. I know I've had a pretty good week so far. I've been fighting the jerk brain. It can kind of sometimes take a bite out of me this time of year. Birthdays kind of are a hard spot for me. But you guys are here. I'm here. We're drawing some doodles. Let's have some fun. Yo, 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 Yeti Detective. How's it going? I hope. Hey, Garrett. I hope you saw the AB-dominable Snowman and enjoyed that, because I thought of you when I was drawing him. I thought you might like that. But today we're gonna work on some more Christmas characters to put on cards and T-shirts and mugs and stickers and who knows what else. I'm on mobile. Look what I can do. Yeah, you can do that on the desktop too. Just for the record, I can actually do that from OBS. So that's pretty cool. Today we're going to do some more characters, and I'm open for ideas and interpretations. If you have any. Talk while facing the microphone, fool. On my list, I have that I'm going to start with KRAMPUS. I want to make a card that says, just like KRAMPUS, you are the goat. And then maybe do some like puppies and kitties dressed as Santa Claus, because those have mass appeal, and I feel like I would be good at doodling them. But we're going to start with KRAMPUS, and if you guys have any ideas, Krampus. It has an A. Krampus. Anyway, that's what I'm going to start with. If you guys have ideas, put them in the chat, and we'll doodle them. So I bring up my Krampus reference art here. He is a goat man. That's why he is the goat. So we're going to do like a little neck start. Bring it like this, like around here, and then we'll have some little hippies, hippy-dippies, and I think some legs like this, with the weird digigrade feet. And then I'm going to give him like a little bit of an hourglass figure, because it kind of got him puffed out over here. Shoulder lines. So here's my idea. As I'm sketching this off, my thoughts were to have like Krampus holding a bag full of kids and like wearing some awesome sunglasses, because he's the goat, you know, just looking super cool. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working towards here. And I'm just going to rough it all in first, and then we'll go back and add some detail. And maybe we'll have a couple of kids even sticking out of his bag. And then I think I'm going to give him a pretty good sized head here. Although I've made this sketch way too big for my canvas. Bring it down. Also, I decided to go back to working in my normal canvas just for ease of my brain, because I'm not going to do all of the art for the entire card in this program. Fresco is the program I use. I'm not going to do all of the art in Fresco anyway. I'm going to just do the character art and probably do all of the text and typography and everything like that in Photoshop. Although I'm looking at, I downloaded Krita, going back to kind of like what I was talking about the other day of trying to get away from Adobe and back into open source software. I downloaded Krita to try it out. I'm actually really enjoying DaVinci Resolve so far as my video editor of choice. I haven't done a lot in the way of like motion graphic stuff with it yet, but I'm liking what I've done so far with it. All right, so let's come in here and do a rough detail layer, and we'll give him one of these noses. Yeah, like that. And give him a Grinchy style face, I think. Here. Something like that. Yeah, I just I realized I really can't support Adobe anymore. They're raising their prices on me. I got an email yesterday that said that my price was going up next year when it renews in October. And I was like, well, I can't afford that. So, sorry, Adobe, I'm done with you probably forever now. And I think I want to give him some, like, these kind of eyes, looking over the top of his glasses here. You know what? Boop, boop. Yeah, I'm doing that. Okay, delete your art. It's fun. I'm going to do this ear first. And then I'm going to sketch in the glasses, or the eyes, so I can come back and do glasses. So anyway, I'm now fully experimenting with open source versions of most of the software I use. The thing is, I actually already knew a lot of good open source versions of the tools I use. Like, Inkscape is every bit as good as Illustrator. It can do just about everything Illustrator can do. DaVinci Resolve is actually probably better in a lot of ways. They both have their strengths and weaknesses, but DaVinci Resolve is a really good tool if you're looking for a free, open source, professional level, non-destructive video editor. And one of the cool things is that there's like no AI tools in DaVinci Resolve. I mean, there are some, but the ones that are there are not generative. There's no generative AI tools, which isn't a big deal to me. I don't blame AI for existing. I don't blame it for the state of the industry. I think that the industry has problems and AI just exasperates those problems. And I always tell people my problem with things is generally not the technology, it's capitalism, because it is almost always capitalism, but that's me. That's my problem, my bag. Anyway, but if you are a person and that is a big deal for you, that is one thing to know, is that DaVinci Resolve is not currently using, to my knowledge, any generative AI in their tools. Like I said, they do have some cool AI tools, but they're not generative AI tools. And I'm still just learning the system. The big learning curve for a lot of people with DaVinci Resolve is that the Fusion, its After Effects engine, or it's I shouldn't call it an After Effects engine, but it's special effects engine, it's motion graphics, all that engine is node based, which a lot of people have a hard time with when they're not used to it. But if you have worked with Blender at all, you'll probably be familiar with node-based editors, and honestly, the Fusion editor is not nearly as complicated as the node editors in Blender. Mostly because it's 2D, and so, you know, it has a whole other dimension of less complication. That Blender has a whole other dimension of complication, I guess, is actually how that would work. So that's anyway. I'm liking it quite a bit. It's been a learning curve, but the little bit of editing I do has been pretty easy to learn so far. I did all of my video from yesterday was done in DaVinci Resolve, and all of the shorts for the last few weeks have been done in DaVinci Resolve. I even recorded the voiceover for today's Swordtober, so Swordtember short, right in DaVinci Resolve in Fairlight. And I will say, if I bothered to learn it, it would probably be a replacement for Audacity, but I already have Audacity. It's already open source, and I love it. So I'm not necessarily sure I would benefit from it, but really, you could replace, theoretically, without really trying too terribly hard, you could replace Premiere, After Effects, and Audition with DaVinci Resolve easily. Like, you could. And all three of those tools exist in DaVinci Resolve. I'm not saying they're necessarily the best versions of those. Like I said, I would still probably stick with Audacity if you're familiar with it as my dedicated audio editor, especially if you just did stuff like I do where it's voiceover and maybe podcast editing stuff. DaVinci is much more of really intended to be an audio editor for video. Okay, I'm liking this Krampus that we've got going on here. The shape looks good. I like the outline of the body. I'm gonna have to give him some extra clothes in the next pass through, because he should have, like, Krampus should have some like Santa Claus outfit, right? Like, he should be dressed similar to Santa. So we'll do a more detailed outline here, sketch here, and that'll probably bring us to where we need to be. We can start working on ink. Let's start with these sunglasses here. I'm gonna bring those in here like this. I'm actually gonna bring them out away from the face a bit more to imply that they're hanging down, so that I can also bring an arm in like that. There we go. And we'll bring this ear down. This. Bring back that nose that I had. And I think I want to give him more of a muzzle than I originally had. So I'm going to kind of just bring this out. This. Go. We can clear up some of that line work inside. I think actually I'm going to go, instead of doing I was doing like a jowly goat floppy bunny mouth thing. And I think instead I'm going to go like the Joker and give him a really wide mouth. I think that will look better. I'm in this process and I'm like, I don't know that I like this, but I want him to look real creepy. And to me, there are very few things creepier than a guy smiling all the time. Bring this there. Make him a little more human in the face so that the goat eyes stand out more. Because, you know, goats have really weird looking eyes. They're all box-shaped pupils and soul-swallowing, spinny Bakugans, and you know what I mean. But if we bring this here and we bring the eyes over the top of his sunglasses and just bring the brow ridge back down, all wicked, then we can give him those squared goat pupils and bring some creepy back into it. And maybe a little of that action and some of this, like that. Then we can pull these horns more upright out of his head. And like, should they be bigger? Should his horns be bigger? What do you guys think? I was going for some pretty basic goat horns here, but I'm thinking if I like really pull them out there, give him some big old giant honker spiraling out the side of his head looking horns. We can look and see what that looks like. So that would be the one. So we'd come back over here, we'd draw in a little base. And then this look like this. No, they would go in, and that's what out. In. Oop. I'm not sure I like that. Actually, now that I've drawn it, I think I prefer it the other way. So I'm going to delete my art and redo it. I'm going to redo those horns back the other direction, where they come off and just hook around like so. Just real simple. Keep it simple. Like that. Bring his headlines back. Make him a little shaggier, maybe. Hold this. Yes. All right, and then we'll come down here. Give him a collar line. And draw in that Santa poof. That's what I'm missing. Yeah. I like these horns coming up here. And I was like, there needs to be more on the head. And there does. If we come in here and draw in a sin. Goat, not ram. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? I just thought, he is a big dude, so maybe he has big horns. We come in here, and what if these horns were sticking out through his Santa hat, like so? Yeah, like that. All right, we can do a little Santa fluffy on the sleeves. So he'll be wearing I'm thinking he's wearing a Santa coat and hat, but he's full blown poo below the waist. You know what I mean? Like he's a satyr. He's going full on satyr, not wearing any pants. Everything is hanging out. He's got the flop. So that means I need get you a little bit of a neckline like this, so that I can come in here and have this come up over the top of his legs, like so. That's looking okay. That's looking okay. This is okay. This is starting to do okay. We go little finger, so implied fingies here. Maybe he's wearing mittens. We don't know yet. He hasn't actually been drawn that far. A little bit of the bag hanging down to show what's going on up here. And just little, I think I'm gonna have their heads sticking out of a thing that's like tied off. Like he's stuck their heads out, but still crunched it down around them. And it'll shaggy these legs a little as we go through. I should have gone and visited Rollivan and seen his goats. That would have been helpful. I bet his goats also haul off children in the middle of the night. I actually wonder if people who own goats ever warn their children, like, you better behave or those goats will drag you off in the middle of the night. Now, for him, probably a little too late because his kids were already teenagers before he got goats. But other people could probably make that happen. I would if I had kids and goats. I'd be like, hey, you know, the goats will feed on your soul if you don't do your math homework. I would not be a good parent. And ears. So bring this head up. Ear. Eye. Haunted face. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is gonna be our Krampus line art here. I want to undo that because I want that. There we go. All right, let's do some inking. And start thinking about our next. I keep losing my water. Start thinking about our next character that we're going to draw, because I'll have this guy done probably at a quarter till, and that means I got enough time to do easily a second character. I'm putting my water right here on the desk where it's right in my way, so I will easily find it again. Otherwise, I'll just keep losing it all day. All right. Let's add some spikiness to this because I think that'll look good. Like that. Bring these sunglasses. I'm going to turn this smoothing up a little bit more. Bring in these sunglasses first and foremost. We get the I'm the coolest guy out there look going first, and draw ink everything else in around that. Go. Actually, I think I want these eyes to be taller. Because the taller the eyes, the more they seem like they're like wide open behind the glasses. Like, I see everything. I am the nega Santa. And squared off pupils. That's not quite square enough. Squared off pupils. There we go. This ear would be a good place to go next. that. So we can now put in this arm of these sunglasses. I'm going to go ahead and do the face outline. Again, trying to get a little more point, more angle on there. There we go. That looks pretty good. I like that. I can just bring this ridge, brow ridge, up a little bit higher. I'm going to turn that. Not that far down. Might be time for me to change the head on my Apple Pencil. That's a thing I have a hard time getting used to. Is I have to change the head on my Apple Pencil a little more often than I did on my Huion. But also I can use cheaper pencil heads. Like the pack, I get like 8 of them in a pack for $6. And my Huion heads were a little bit more expensive. So not a complaint, just an observation that might need to change the head on my pencil here. And you do it about once a month is all. So really, you're only looking at like $12 a year on heads, which isn't bad. Considering how sensitive they are. They are a lot better right after I change them. It makes a huge difference. I don't do it nearly often enough. I don't know if you guys noticed on the thumbnail for this video, I went in and added to our AB-dominable Snowman. I gave him a little Santa hat so that he could be a Santa winter themed Christmas card. But I will probably put him by himself together on like a t-shirt or something like that, as just kind of a little Gym-spiration character. It makes me a little sad to know that I know that what the term Gym-spiration is. If anybody's curious, that's just the terminology they use in marketing to sell you stuff for New Year's resolution time. When they're like, we know you're going to spend a lot of money pretending like you're going to go back to the gym. So I will work on some of that stuff a little bit later in this year. I've also decided that I know it's too late in the season, too late in the year, really, to work on them. But I really want to do some more Halloween stuff. So I am going to take a break on Friday from Christmas and switch back to Halloween and do some trick-or-treat kittens. I think that would be kind of the idea. Is I like the puppies. Let's give them some kitty friends in a rival pet trick-or-treat gang for, you know, whatever that would be to get candy with, I guess. A rival trick-or-treat candy gang. I don't know how candy works anymore. Do you still have gangs to go trick-or-treating? Gym-spiration. I foresee someone changing their Twitter handle screen name or their Twitter name in the near future. You should, if you're going to, if you do that, if you're going to do that, you need to wait to do that like in January or late December after Christmas. Just for the joke to be a little stronger. All right. There's a good looking Krampus head right there. Maybe we won't get this done at quarter till. Maybe it'll run a little later than that. But still, This is good. I'm having fun doing this. That's my big rule these days is if I know if I'm having fun drawing it, chances are others will have fun when they see it. So that's usually a good indicator of if it's going to be something people enjoy or not, is how much fun I had making it. I'll set a reminder right now. Excellent. Glad I could be part of your weirdness, my friend. That's something that might actually impact the algorithm. I hope you can do that still come January. I hope Twitter hasn't gone completely bankrupt and left someone destitute on the street who used to be a billionaire. You know, I would hate for that to happen. In an unrelated note, I guess Blue Sky is blowing up in Brazil. For some reason, Blue Sky has suddenly became super popular in Brazil. I guess the short form written platform isn't dead. Just the idea of one isn't dead, at least. Just the one we all had. Also, I think the fact that when an entire country outlawed Twitter and they switched to Blue Sky, that officially means Mastodon is dead. Like, sorry, Mastodon, you've lost. I always forget that I have Blue Sky because honestly, I often forget that I have Twitter anyway. I already made a joke on there about how the user base increased by a Brazilian. Oh! When I saw the word Brazilian in your comment, I was expecting that joke to be less PG. I was expecting less dad joke and more back alley tweet joke, but I guess you're not in the back alley right now, so you got to be careful what you say. You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get me in trouble. I would like to be monetized at some point so that, I don't go broke forever. So basically, you probably won't see me drawing any Kong art on stream. I would agree with that. But I think the problem with Mastodon not being fun was that it was so hard to find a good server to be on. And I think if you found like the one good server, you were fine. But the whole concept of how Mastodon worked with the federated with decentralized web hurt it. I think there's a good way to do decentralized web, and Mastodon was not it. So that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. I don't have any evidence or reason to actually believe I'm right. Just blind willpower to not be allowed people to prove me wrong. So basically, I should be running for government in the US. All right. This Krampus is looking Krampusy, I would say. I actually really think this is looking good. I like this quite a bit. I'm proud of this. I can't. My problem is, I think by the time Blue Sky came around, I was already more or less over Twitter style communications in general. In fact, today, and I know you don't use it, but today I was on Threads and interacted with someone on Threads for the first time in a long time. And that interaction was like, oh, wait, I remember that Twitter used to be like this and it was fun and I could enjoy it. And it was like a reminder of what that type of platform could be. And Twitter hasn't been that for a really long time, in my opinion. So I had just kind of given up on that small micro blogging interaction. And it's starting to come back to me. I think a lot of things are in general, actually, if I'm being honest. I think just things I used to enjoy that I gave up for whatever reason while I was in Montana, I'm starting to find a little bit of joy in them again. Because a lot of them I gave up because either A, I thought I had to turn them into a profession, into a career. Like I had to monetize them, had to use them in a certain way. Or B, I was afraid that as a government employee, specifically one working in communications, that my online social media presence might get me into trouble. Not that it ever did. That is not a thing that ever actually came up. It's just like a subconscious fear that I think I've identified since leaving that job over a year ago now. Crazy. And it took me, I think it took all the joy. I think when you work professionally as like a social media digital marketer, it takes a lot of the joy out of using the platforms. And an example of that was I never really got into TikTok, and I hated short form video content because the only thing I could ever see it as was this nightmare abomination of media manipulation. And it is very much that. Don't use TikTok, it's garbage. It's specifically designed to make you a worse person. But it's not short form content that is the problem. Although in some situations it is short form content. Like there are things that you can't, hey, Paramin, how's it going? There are things you can't talk about in 15 seconds. So we're working on Krampus being the GOAT here. That's what we've got going on today. This is the drawing we're working on. And unless anyone comes up with any other ideas they'd like to see going into, once I get this guy done, I'm probably going to make a Santa puppy or kitten. Maybe do a little research on what are the most popular breeds of dogs or cats and do something like that. I just remember these kids should be afraid. So in addition to their eyes like this, scaredy eyes. So that's not giving me fear. It's going trying to edit some video. I understand how that is. I was talking earlier about how I am fully 100% have to be committed now to replacing Adobe products because they emailed me today to let me know that the cost of Creative Cloud is going up at the end of my subscription period in October. And I can't really afford to have them increase the price of Adobe. And now that I've been using DaVinci Resolve for a couple of weeks, I've been really happy with it. I'd love to see a Christmas tree mimic. That is on my list of general ideas to do. So we might make that happen. That would be a place we could work on that instead of one of the Santa puppies. I do think this is just the mercenary in me. That's greedflation. It is. It is greedflation entirely. And I'm pretty sure Adobe invented software as a service and all of the horriblishness that came with that. I think one of my problems is this kid's mouth was a little too not frowny. There we go. But I've been, now that I've started to get used to DaVinci Resolve, I've really been enjoying using it. I did the video I posted yesterday was done in Resolve entirely. The Sword Timber short I did today, I even recorded the voice over in DaVinci Resolve. Although I was saying I don't think I personally will give up Audacity. It's also open source. It's also free. And I think it's a little easier to use and a little more specialized for voiceover and that kind of work. So, but if you are actually, Paraman, with the type of videos you do, you might be 100% able to get away with using just DaVinci Resolve for all of your non-destructive editing, your audio editing, and any kind of motion graphic work you might need that might come up for you. I don't think you would need any other programs for your stuff. I do think I'm going to try out. I downloaded Krita as a Photoshop replacement, and it might still be the one I go with, but I think I'm going to try out Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio is not actually an open source free platform, but it does have a one-time payment option that's not too terribly expensive. And what Clip Studio can do that I can't do in most other software, and one of the reasons I love Fresco, the reason I like Fresco the way I do, Clip Studio has the ability to do vector and raster in one file and work with vector brushes very similarly, based on what I've researched, very similarly to how Fresco works. So I'm gonna try to. I've got a 7-day free trial of Clip Studio. I'm gonna try it out. All right, so there's our line art for our Krampus the goat here. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. All right, let's color him in. So in the past, I was doing this thing where I would color in my background with the bright pink, and it's always been my workflow to do it that way. But the other day, I don't even remember exactly what I was working on. It was probably a zombie. Oh, I missed an entire section of his back. Probably a daily zombie. And I skipped that step and just did the coloring this way, and I still got the halo. You like his short legs? I do too. I like the little, I don't know why. I don't know what it is about me, but there is something about me that just makes me really happy when you see someone with a giant torso and little tiny legs. I guess kind of the opposite also works, where they have a little tiny torso or super long legs and little tiny torso. I don't know. It's always been funny to me. I'm sure I'm sure I could trace that route to a specific cartoon character. And I forgot the story I was telling. Oh, I still get the haloing effect So you still have to go in and turn that extra layer black, but it's like one less step going forward, a little faster. It's not perfect still, but it works for me. All right, and Krampus. I've got my Krampus reference art. Is generally depicted as a black shaggy goat. So we'll give him some black, dark gray fur there. Since he's supposed to be a shaggy black shaggy goat, I kind of meant to make him be like, it wasn't me. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna give him super dark leg or on his little clompies. Those things that he has at the bottom of his feet. You know, hooves. His hooves. We give slightly yellowed teeth there, I think will look fun. White eyes. Let's get that square pupil situation going. And then I think I want to try something that might be a little fun. Let's see what you guys think. I want to see what you guys think here. What do you think of some like green and red? He has his cloven hooves. Yes, his cloven hooves because he's a goat. What do you think of the red and green sunglasses? Should they be maybe a brighter color version of each? Wait, how does that feel? How does that feel to you guys? Well, you guys are thinking that over. I'm gonna finish up here. Horns, a little kid skin. And if anyone's like, why are both those kids white? It's because Krampus lives almost exclusively in Scandinavian countries. So all of the kids are blonde hair, blue eyed. You know how it goes. And then I think we'll go with a dark reddish color on the bag. And even darker reddish on the. Okay, I'm still torn on the sunglasses. Being maybe they should just be sunglasses. The other thing I could do, say, are sunglasses. Give them a little streakies. Hey, pro tip for anyone who is new to using Fresco. This little button is paint inside, and so if I turn it on, I don't have to worry about going outside of the shape I just filled in while I'm painting. And I can just come in here and paint in some little light stripes. Like so. There we go. Actually, what if I then... Okay, now we're getting creative. This is where we'll go. Oops. Gotta turn off reference now. That line. There we go. There we go. How's that? Is that any better? I don't know. I like this at all. I'm torn on all of this. You're not being helpful, chat. You're not telling me which one you prefer. It's almost like you're busy and have lives. Work to do. Invert the selection and plump. There we go. All right, there. I think that's our Krampus. I think that's looking pretty cool. I'm going to give him some shading here. It is 10 minutes till 5. We might not get to a second drawing after all. I'm getting slower, I think, as I go along in life. I don't like that. I don't like being slow. I like being fast. I want to drive fast, have a fast car, be super awesome fast all the time. I have a fast car. We can drive it all night long. Something, something weather. I'm not Tracy Chapman at all. I like the glasses. This Krampus looks like he sells weed. But does he look like he's the GOAT? That's the question. Is he goatin'? Is he the greatest of all time? He is. Okay, now that you point that out, I can see it. I can see the he definitely partakes if he doesn't sell. Which is okay, I guess. I mean, it wasn't my intention when I started drawing him, but there is a little bit of a one of the illustrators I follow on Instagram whose artwork I like quite a bit. He, I think, exclusively works on marketing materials for dispensaries. And I've been seeing a lot of his work lately, their work lately. So, I do not know the name off the top of my head, but there could definitely be a little bit of influence from that here. So, not surprised. I think we'll do that. Invert selection. There we go. All right. Because of the light reflection on the sunglasses, the light has to be coming from like over here in this way. So it's really, gotta think about these things when you're shading things in. Otherwise, people will accuse you of being a hack. And I'm a lot of things, and a hack is definitely one of them. Here. Why do I still have quite a bit of haloing going on? Oh, I think I see. Ah, that happened. That's what happened. There we go. Bring our line art back. Okay, that looks there. That's better. I was like, why do I have all this haloing? And also, I missed a chunk of bag. Bloop. There we go. Okay. Okay. I feel better now. There, that looks better now. Whew. Okay. Let's get some poofy here. And some shaggy here. Like that. Yeah. That. Can't believe I forgot the term cloven hooves earlier. That's the type of thing that happens to you as you start to get old. Just got to embrace the aging. See if I can start aging gracefully. Actually, I told my dad this morning on our morning walk that I have decided that I am not going to age anymore. I'm just not. It's not worth it. I do regret that I didn't come to that conclusion 15 years ago when I was 26. I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but as far as I'm concerned, I think 26 is the best age to be. I feel like if you're in your early 20s, your brain still hasn't fully developed. But by the time you get to 30, you're starting to feel your age. So I think 26 is the best age to be if you have to pick an immortality age. Yeah, don't know about you guys. That's just my opinion. That's like my opinion, man. Let me know. Let me know in chat what age you think would be best for immortality. And if you're watching this as a VOD, leave a comment letting me know what you think would be the best age for immortality. I'm going with 26. That's my choice. I think we have a Krampus the goat here. At 5 o'clock. You know, these kids should have some shading on them. His hollow, sunken eyes. I've seen too much. I shouldn't have been so naughty. But I had access to the internet at way too young an age. My parents didn't put a child blocker on. I went to Reddit, and now I am who I am. It's too late for me. Yeah, I like that. I like this character. I'm pretty happy with how he's turned out. All right, we got half an hour. Can I draw a Christmas tree mimic in half an hour? Probably not, but we're going to see how close we can get. Christmas. There. Sometimes the pencil doesn't recognize my handwriting still. It doesn't recognize the word mimic either, apparently. Mimic. Alright. So, we can at least get a rough shape going on. Let's see. We know a Christmas tree is going to be basically a cone. On a cylinder. That's our roughly what we're going for here. Oh, man. And it's going to need a mouth. So let's draw in a little mouth shape first. Like so. And then maybe some eyes also. So something I've been thinking about today, I'm thinking about giving up on the gritty, inky, grim dark art entirely and just accepting that I am a cartoonist who doodles cute little doodly dudes and just fully embracing the doodly dude nature of my doodling. It's just who I am. It's part of my being is that I'm a doodler. And I'm okay with that, I think. I think I've come to embrace it. But just, you know, as I look back and reflect on my life, as I do this time of year every year, I'm thinking about, you know, how can I be the most authentic version of me that exists? And the most authentic version of me probably doesn't get to draw cool gothy punk rock street art because I'm not a cool gothy punk rock dude. And I need to be okay with that. I need to go back to 1998 Doodlecore. Go back in time to 1998 and tell teenage Matt, it's okay. You're not a cool gothy punk rock dude. It's okay. You're going to meet some cool gothy punk rock dudes that are going to be really good friends, but that's never going to be you. You're just going to have to live with that. Here's a crayon. Go doodle. You know what? You say doodlecore and you make it a joke, but I'm 100% sure if we looked it up right now, we would find some doodlecore aesthetic on the internet. So Paramin, let me ask you, is this Christmas tree mimic looking a little too happy and fun for you? Is there a little bit too much Smeech energy in here, or is this just the right level of Smeech energy before I start sketching in some like details? I feel absolutely certain at this point in time that doodlecore is a thing, and it might actually be my calling. That I might need to embrace the doodlecore life. Actually, along cartoon core, I think is a thing. Ah, here's an interesting thought. I, for a long time, and I still do for the most part, I like to wear the same outfit every single day. I'm like Steve Jobs in that. I like having a personal uniform. But whereas Steve Jobs like adopted this concept from Japan of like hyper productivity through personal uniform and everyone looking the same, I just wanted to always open up my closet and have like 500 of the same outfits like a cartoon character. So maybe I should just embrace that I am a living cartoon character and be okay with that. And I am okay with that, I guess, is what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is, it's taken me 41 years. 41 years of my life to embrace that I am a living cartoon character. And that's okay. Give him a little nostril action. And then move him down. And give him a little star on top. Like so. And then I think I have like a string of garland with little popcorns on it coming down off of his head like a necklace. shag, spikies, like pine needles coming off his face. You know, he's a pine tree, little Santa tree down here like this. Maybe like a little, almost like he's got little scales of pine needles. You have eyelids. I don't ever draw eyelids. I want to give this guy eyelids. And maybe we'll come down here. And we'll draw in a real rough, like, Christmas present mimic underneath of him also. Or a couple. That. What are you guys thinking of that? How's that look? How's that feel for you? I kind of really dig it. I said embracing the doodle. Bring it all in. Bring it all back. Going to my roots. I think I'm liking that quite a bit. All right, let's do a details sketch here, and we'll just. I think I'm gonna add some like pine needle coverings to the nostril there. There, like that. A little more pine needle there. Big buggy eyes. Looking super excited. He's very excited because it's Christmas morning and he's been waiting all December to eat this family. So oh good. I'm glad you enjoy him. Like I said, I feel like if I have fun drawing it, people will like it. If I don't have fun drawing it, people won't like it. And I got to admit, my thoughts about my inky emo fan art thing I was doing kind of comes from the fact that when you look at what has performed successfully for the most part on my channel, it is not really that. I forgot what day it was. Oh, you missed. Okay, hang on. I'm going to show you. We already did the first one. What-a! Krampus the goat. What do you think? Is that not the best ever? And I came up with the text for the card version. It's going to say, just like Krampus, you are the goat. Merry Christmas. So, Krampus the goat. And we've moved to Paramon's request for a Christmas tree mimic. So that's what I'm kind of working on right now. And having a little bit of fun with it. And I was just talking about deciding that it's time for me just to embrace my nature as a cartoon doodler. And where I was going with that whole story, like what does best on my channel, honestly, the best performing video I've ever done on my channel, short anyway, is my Rocco's Modern Life short. And I love cartoons. I absolutely love cartoons. That is who I am through and through. So, in the spirit of my authenticity and being my true, most authentic self, I'm just going to embrace that I draw cartoons and try to get better at drawing cartoons in general. I'll always try to be getting better. We'll have to catch the rest of the VOD. Someone just texted me asking if I can deliver a dragon to them. All right, awesome. Paramin, congratulations. That's pretty cool. Have fun. I will see you later this week, I guess. Probably on Saturday. If not, if you don't show up, if you can't make it to the VOD on the stream on Friday, I'll see you on Saturday. And if anyone wants to come and see me in person, love it all. Awesome. I've kind of come to the conclusion that if I have fun drawing it, people are going to like it. So might as well have fun drawing it. Anyway, if you are in the greater Springfield, Missouri area, and you want to come see me in person, and maybe pick up one of the last 50 criminal stickers in existence, I will be at the C Street Market on Commercial Street tomorrow afternoon from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you want to come see me, you are more than welcome to. And if you wanted to come and get your envelope, I will have it with me tomorrow, but I will have it with me on Saturday also. If you are not in the greater Springfield area, and you are not currently a member, or yeah, if you're not in the greater Springfield area and you would like to get a criminal sticker, well, too bad. It's too late for that. But you could get one of our... Oops, that's not the right one. There we go. One of our, these guys sent to you in the mail. Actually, you get all of these guys sent to you in the mail by joining the Patreon. The theme for the month is Library Run Amok. September is National Library Card Sign Up Month, and I support libraries. I support librarians. And want everybody else to do the same and enjoy the library. It's more than just books. Libraries are more than just books. Libraries are community centers. They are actually a really important part of our society that shouldn't be underestimated. So I'm just giving a slightly better version of this little present mimic down here that's looking up at the Christmas tree mimic all, Mama. That's what I think. I think this is a family of mimics disguised as Christmas present and tree. That's ready to eat the family on Christmas morning. That's what I think is going on here. So, there we go. There's our final sketch. I like the way that looks quite a bit. I think this is going to really be a fun character to have. Also, for people who are just getting here just now, I plan to, on Friday, instead of doing more Christmas stuff, the full library scene is awesome, by the way. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I put a lot of work into getting that done. I spent a lot of time on it. I was pretty happy with it. on Friday, rather than doing more Christmas, although we will definitely be doing more Christmas for most of September, on Friday, I would like to jump back to Halloween and do some kittens in costumes to match our puppy parade, our trick-or-treat Halloween hounds. I would like to do some kittens. So, if you have ideas for kitten costumes you would like to see, you can throw them in chat, or if you're watching this later, you can put them in the comments. And we will be drawing cute little Halloween kittens. Just because. I've got a couple of reasons. One, I don't have currently any real kitten art at all. I have no cat art at all. And that's a shame. Like, people like cats. I don't know why people like cats, but they do. So I would like to make sure I'm getting some cat art out there. I am an admitted and avid dog person, so I don't always think about the cat people. And they're people too, I guess. So I do some kitty art, some kitty cats. And I'm really starting to feel my Halloween spirit coming back and kicking in, and I really am wanting to do more Halloween stuff. I know it's not the best decision probably for my business because it's too late in the year to add Halloween products and expect them to get any sales. But I have to. I have to do Halloween. Halloween is by far my favorite time of year. And if you're in southern Missouri, and some of you are, you know the weather changed this year. This week. It cooled down quite a bit. We had that this morning, literally this morning, the Muppet dog had steam coming off of her breath. It's like, okay, it's fall, and my brain is like, you can't go through spoopy season and not spoop. So I got to spoop. And for me, the best way to spoop is by doodling. And if I'm gonna doodle, I might as well doodle some things that people have been asking for. So since people want kitties, I'll doodle some kitties. We'll do some kitty doodling. I think I want to draw this side of the face in first. That's what we're gonna do on Friday. So yeah, be ready. Be ready for some kitten costume doodling Friday. And then I'm gonna try to mix them together so that we can do both. So we can have both. I forgot to check. Have you received your Halloween Hounds stuff? I should have double checked that and made sure it was going through right. What with my issues I was having with my other stuff not coming through correctly. Yes. Oh, I think that's still yes to kitten art. Oh, this guy looks like he's having so much fun being a giant tree mimic. There. Do 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 do. All right, all right, all right. I think since I had to cut my stream short on Monday, I might be able to get away with going a little long tonight and finishing up this guy before we call it a night. Because it is currently 20 after 5. So I can probably finish him before 6 o'clock and still be okay. I'm going to turn my smoothing way back up. I am the Christmas tree mimic. Oops. Oop. This is, yeah, this is good. This is good. I think I'm gonna do this. Off kilter, there we go. Oh yeah, that looks, I'm digging it quite a bit. Turn this back down. Ring, ring, ding, 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 ding. The lovely weather for spooping together with you. All right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, this guy is coming out pretty good. Really having a lot of fun with this. This is going to be a good design. Was in KC last I checked. Okay. Springfield. Mail problems. Yeah, that's also they shipped on DHL. So I'm really curious to see them fully printed out because they're a print on demand product. I haven't gotten one yet. So I'm really curious to see them. I'm hoping you get them before I see you next. So I can see them. Of course, then you'll have to remember to bring them with you. Okay. Let's draw in this last popcorn necklace. Popcorn garland necklace. I think I'm going to do this. Like so. And that lets me kind of just draw in popcorn as I go along. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. All right, now we'll come over here. Do people still put popcorn garland on Christmas trees? Is that still a thing? I don't think my family ever actually did that. So I don't know if that was a real thing. Was that a real thing or was that a movie thing? I feel like that might have just been a movie. I don't think I've ever seen it actually done. But my family does not do it. But maybe it's also just my family is a bunch of stick in the muds. I just kind of like the idea of a string of popcorn garland acting as a mimic's necklace. Just that concept makes me giggle. So I don't know if you noticed in the thumbnail for the video, I gave the AB-dominable Snowman a little Santa hat so that he could be more Christmas themed. Because I think in the time-honored tradition of reusing assets, I'm also going to put the AB-dominable Snowman on a t-shirt or a tank top or something as kind of like some gym-spiration gym wear. The Baptist minister's family who used to babysit me and my sister did popcorn garland. Oh, I guess someone does popcorn garland. Maybe you have to be more traditional. Maybe it's you have to have, in order to, you have to be traditional to have traditions. I can tell you, my family doesn't have much in the way of traditions, really. My mom just loves decorating for holidays in general. So she has like 30 different sets of Christmas ornaments, or at least she used to. I don't know if she still has them or not anymore. That feels like something that she might have gotten rid of when they moved back down here. Just a couple more pieces of popcorn going on this drawing. One. Oh yeah, that looks good. I like this a lot. Thank you. I think I will do these present guys some other time. Maybe I'll I want to get this guy colored in and see how he looks. So let's do the things. Let's color him in. So I did the other technique on the last one and missed sections. So I guess I'm going back to this technique. Oops. Boop. There we go. Because I don't want to miss sections. That makes me sad when things get missed and I have to go back and redo them. I have to redo enough stuff anyway. I'm always redoing stuff. All right, I'm gonna make a little more brighter color. Bloop, bloop. Do 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 do. Wah. I don't know why. I don't know how. But yes, that was the Mentos commercial song, and it is somehow stuck in my head. To backtrack, THL does suck. Yes, thank you. I don't know how the Mentos song got in my head, but it's there. And now that it's there, I have to share it with all of you. Nothing's better in life than Mentos fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh, staying through. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Mentos, the fresh maker. Was that a song secretly really poorly written, or am I just misremembering the lyrics? Because I feel like the fresh maker. I feel like I am not misremembering the lyrics, and that the lyrics really do just suck that bad. But to be fair to the people who created that song, I could very easily be misremembering the lyrics. I will accept that that's a possibility. This guy looks less mimic scary and more Muppet. Like, I can see this being a creature that you have to deal with on Sesame Street. Well, I don't know, Elmo. Why don't you crawl inside my gaping maw? I don't know, Mr. Mimic Man. That sounds awfully dangerous to Elmo. It'll be fine, Elmo. Son of a monkey butt, I just did all of that coloring on the line art layer. Blah, 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 blah. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? It'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Duplicate layer. I'm gonna get rid of you. We don't need you anymore. Actually, we'll hold on to you because we'll use you for the shadow layer. Hide you so I can't see you while I'm doing this. Boop. 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 Lyrics were deliberately bad, in my opinion. That's possible. Although, we could also be like, you know, the lyrics might have been bad in English. Maybe they were really, really good in Swedish, because I'm pretty sure that those commercials were all originally made in Sweden and then brought to the US. I could be wrong there, but I feel like I've heard that before. So maybe they could be really good. Maybe they're really, really clever. Maybe the problem was they used like Google Translate to translate the words. And they used a bunch of Swedish synonyms that all got translated to the same words in Google. You know, 10 years before Google existed. There. Now he's just back to being a shaggy black monster. Boop. Until we turn his face back on. Wah. Okay. That looks pretty cool. I like him. I like him. He looks happy. Looks Christmassy. Yeah, let's do some shading. It's 5:34. I think we got time to do some shading. We'll just draw in that pine needle rough shape. Like and don't do that on the line art layer also. All right, there we go. Yeah, that looks good. Looking good, Mimic Dude. Looking good. Mimicky. Mimic Tree. Mimicur the Mimic Tree. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh all day through. Mentos fresh and full of life. Alright, and maybe like that. We'll use that as kind of the barrier line of where I want this shadow side, this side to be shaded. Like so. There we go. Everything in the back behind this necklace will be shaded, obviously. That's just the way shading works. All right, Then we'll come down here. I think I'm going to kind of trim the bottom of this dude here. Like so. It's going to be stuck in my head all night now, and I apologize to anyone else who is also going to have that song stuck in their head all night. It was not my intention. I did not do it on purpose. I promise. It's not quite the same as the Daily Zombie situation, where I was attempting to free myself of the song that I put on the illustration. I don't want to bring it back for anyone who might have managed to cleanse themselves of it. It wasn't that was done deliberately. I had it stuck in my head for days and used the zombie as an attempt to make it go away. I'm horribly ashamed of myself for that. But the only real way to get rid of an earworm is to give it to someone else. And I think we're all aware of that. But I did not mean to infect you guys with the Mentos song if you are infected. That was not my intention. I was not actively trying to make that happen. It's just a fun consequence of my otherwise perfectly rational, normal actions. Like that. There we go. I like that. And I'm going to come up here. I'm going to do kind of something similar, I think, on the head. Here. All of that can be shaded in. Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good. Stuck here too, but love those commercials. Advertising used to be fun. And it still can be. Advertising still can be fun. All you have to do is hire me for $385 trillion an hour. And I will make your advertising fun. I try to do a little bit of fun marketing when I'm at the market for people, because it is still a skill I possess and would like to still be able to use at some point in the future for myself, maybe, or if needs must, companies that will pay me lots of money. It will make me useful to those companies so that they don't just like, I don't know, turn me into food or something after the nation state uprising or nation states collapse and we are left with only the mega corporations ruling everything. Maybe they'll be like, this one knows how to sell a scone. We'll keep him around. But the rest of them, you can turn into Soylent Green. Okay, and then let's put some shadows on this tongue here. Get out of the way. Ooh. Like so. And I don't like that. That's not good. Like so. There we go. Boop. So if you watch Paramon's stream, you might see a cartoon mimic pop down if you someone follows him or subscribes to him on or follows him on Twitch or subscribes to him on YouTube. You might see a mimic pop down and have their name pop up and hear someone go, oh. That's me. I'm doing that. I'm the one going, oh. I also drew that mimic. It could definitely be. It's time for that guy to get upgraded or refreshed. I did that art a really long time ago. I think this Christmas tree mimic is missing something very important about being a Christmas tree. And I'm going to just come in here. Can we just do some little Christmas lights on him without... I bet we can't. This is not going to work well, I think. I'm going to have to actually do some more line work. We'll see. I'm just going to draw these in, though. Just in this little area, just kind of like get an idea. Give him balls? Oh! I guess you mean like ornaments. Right? That's what you mean. Right, Yeti? Ornaments. Yeah, he could use some more. I think maybe we'll hold off on that and do that at a later time. It's a quarter till right now. I was supposed to end at 5:30. This tree is massively leaning to one side, and I don't know that that's going to fix anything. But let's go ahead and call it a night here. Yeah, sure. Sure, that's what you mean. I told you I want to get monetized someday. I can't draw any Kong images for you. You have to keep your suggestions PG-ish. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me while I work on some more Christmas characters, do a little bit of drawing. I hope you have enjoyed yourselves. I will be back Friday afternoon at 4 p.m. However, I will not be doing Christmas characters. Like I said, we're going to do Halloween cats. So feel free to come back and join me on Friday. I will be here. We'll do some Halloween cats. It'll be a good time. We'll get some spoop going on in the spoopy season. If you are in the Springfield, Missouri area and you want to come out and hang out on Saturday at the C Street Market, or Thursday, I'll be here tomorrow at the C Street Market 4 to 8, or Saturday 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will have our Teenage Cowboy Detective sticker kicking off September, available Saturday morning. And if you want to skip the hassle of coming to the market to get a sticker handed to you, you can get them for free. Not for free. You can get them mailed to you for a cost. It's costs money. You can join my Patreon at the sticker club tier to get all of the weekly stickers and a bonus monthly sticker each month mailed to you. Join at the print tier to get the print mailed to you. This month's print is looking pretty solid. Let me bring those out to you. You can pick up these guys, although I will tell you, I don't know why this picture that's in my scroller has dark clothing on the pirate, because he's wearing a red jacket on my sticker. But definitely think about joining the Patreon. They'll be mailed to you each month. And honestly, the print level Patreon membership is the same price that I charge for a print. So, you know, it's pretty good value, if I do say so myself. So fast and convenient. Thank you. Yeah, it'll totally get delivered before the next month's shipment comes out. Totally. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, you guys. Y'all, I had a good time drawing some stuff. We did a pretty good job on this Christmas tree mimic, and I really think the Krampus the Goat came out excellently. I will be back Friday. Until next time, go out and have a great time, and don't forget to always, always, always stay weird.